My name is Ken and I'm from rooftwins.com. I'm in Dunn Loring for roof repair. And the problem that they're having is a leak, and it's located right here directly above this left window. And there's many different things that we have to check to solve this problem once and for all, so that they'll never need another roof repair into their Dunn Loring home again. And what we need to do is first check the gutter out, make sure that it's pitched correctly. If everything's good with that, then we move on to the next problem. We check the starter course. That's the first course of shingles that's underneath the first layer of shingles that overlaps into the gutter. The starter course and the first course of shingles should always be staggered. If one seam is on top of another, then that means the felt paper is exposed, and that could also cause leakage here. There's many other things that we need to check so that we will not have to go back to this job a second time. And one of the areas, we have to make sure that the shingles are going underneath the flashing here at the front of the dormer, and that's called apron flashing. Then we check the step flashing. That's an L-shaped flashing. That part of that L goes underneath the shingle, and the other part of that L goes in behind the siding. So we need to make sure that they didn't put any nails into the flashing, and we have to check where the step flashing joins the apron flashing right at the bottom right corner and the bottom left corner to make sure that the flashing was installed correctly. The next thing we do is we check the step flashing on the left side of the dormer, and any step flashing that has nails penetrating through the flashing, that flashing will be replaced with new flashing. There's other things that can also cause this leak right in this location. And at the top of the dormer, you have a valley directly above. That's where this roof joins the dormer roof. And you also have a valley on the other side. So if the roofers put nails anywhere within like 10 inches of the center point of the valley, that again will cause leakage down to the low point where they're having that leak above this window. And the very last thing that we would check is the ridge vent directly above. We need to know, did they install the shingles underneath the ridge vent correctly, and to make sure that the ridge vent is secured on tightly so that water will not be driven underneath and cause water to travel down to the lowest point. Now, you're probably asking yourself now, how can water possibly travel from anywhere up over here, or especially near the peak of the roof, near the ridge vent, and show no signs of leakage on the ceiling on the second level? And the way that happens, water travels on the outside of the house, but between the shingles and the felt paper, and it just keeps on traveling looking for a weak point. And the weak point is where the roof decking and the wood fascia, that's where the gutter is fastened to. There's a gap. There's usually about a 1-inch gap. And water will travel between the shingles and the felt paper, then go in between that gap, between the wood fascia and the wood decking, then go inside the brick wall and cause this window to leak. So what we need to do is check all those areas, and any problems that we find, they will be fixed and permanently repaired. And this Dunn Loring home will never ever have to worry about another roof repair again. My name is Ken, and I'm from rooftwins.com, and you can either reach us at 703-997-9200, or you could fill out the form on rooftwins.com, and our estimates are always free. Thank you very much for watching this video.